Well, this is part of that, the idea that if you so-called cut off the head of the snake, then you stop the threat. But the reality is that Soleimani's deputy was promoted very shortly after his death, and he will be across all of the operational details of Quds Force operations. So in a practical sense, there's not going to be much of a lag in their ability to undertake operations. What is going to suffer is the fact that Soleimani's status, those personal connections that he built up over decades in the region, they can't be easily replicated. So it's probably the coordination issues that are going to be the hardest for his deputy to replicate. But they're going to have to take some period of time to come up with a response against the US. So we'll see something. We don't know exactly what that's going to be or when it's going to be, but the Iranians will respond in some way, shape or form. So
you do expect a military response, because there was some talk about how some of the measures the Iranians could look at are active cyber attacks, a full-fledged cyber war. They could look at coordinated flare-ups in the region with some of their regional partners, as also exerting more pressure on Iraq to get US troops out of the country.
Yeah, certainly, and it could be a combination of all of those. Iran would like to get more strategic space for itself in Iraq, and so it'd be working on its, and is working on its political allies to make it difficult for the US to have freedom of action within Iraq, if not to be able to entirely remove its presence. And those other responses that you spoke about are certainly some of the options that Iran could roll out. It's not necessarily just going to be a single response. It could be a campaign of responses, none of which is sufficient in and of itself to elicit a kinetic response from the United States, but the combination of all of those might be enough to assuage Iranian nationalist aims. And it has built up over years a range of proxy and allied forces in the region, and it could use those to conduct the response against the United States, to have a degree of separation between Tehran and the action that is taken. So there's going to be a whole range of options that the Iranians will be looking at, and some of which can be implemented in the short term, others which might take a lot longer to set in place.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.